Australia, the land down under, a place where the sun kisses golden beaches, where ancient red deserts whisper stories older than time, and where every corner hides a wonder you never saw coming. Today we're taking you on a journey across a continent unlike any other. From buzzing cities to sacred lands, from turquoise reefs to misty mountains. Did you know Australia is almost the same size as the United States, but it has less than 1/10 the population? Yep, more kangaroos than people out here. And hey, if this is the kind of adventure you love, wild landscapes, hidden gems, epic stories, make sure you stick around. We've got a whole lot of Australia to explore together. Grab your virtual backpack. Let's go. First stop, Sydney, the gateway to Australia. And honestly, it feels like walking right into a postcard. Here's what it looks like. The sun rising over the Opera House, its white sails glowing against a baby blue sky. Seagulls calling as ferries crisscross the sparkling harbor. The Sydney Harbour Bridge stretching wide like a steel hug over the water. The harbour bridge is called the Coat Hanger by locals. Yeah, Aussies love a good nickname. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can actually climb the bridge. Imagine standing 440 feet above the harbor, the wind in your hair, the city sparkling all around. Just don't forget to book early. Sunrise climbs are legendary. Of course, no trip here is complete without a beach day. Bondi Beach, ever heard of it? Golden sand, salty air, and surfers riding waves like pros. Travel tip: if you're not a strong swimmer, stick between the red and yellow flags. Bondi's rip currents are no joke, and don't miss the Bondi to Coogee coastal walk. Cliffs, secret beaches, maybe even a whale sighting if you're lucky. Best time to visit? September to November or March to May. Spring and fall bring perfect weather. Not too hot, not too crowded. Just a 90-minute drive from Sydney, and boom, you're in a different world. The Blue Mountains, named for the blue haze that floats above the eucalyptus forests. It's like Mother Nature's own Instagram filter. Take a deep breath. The air smells of fresh leaves and ancient earth. Look out. Endless ridges ripple into the horizon, broken by waterfalls, canyons, and cliffs that catch the light just right. What really stands out here are the three sisters. Three giant stone pillars standing side by side, wrapped in Aboriginal legend. According to the Dreamtime story, they were three sisters turned to stone to protect them from a forbidden love. Everything in Australia feels larger than life. This place is serious drama. If you're not up for a full hike, hop onto the scenic railway, the steepest passenger railway in the world. Hold on to your hat. It's a thrilling 52-degree drop into the valley. Now let's head north, all the way to the coast of Queensland. Because what's Australia without the Great Barrier Reef? It's the largest living structure on Earth, bigger than the Great Wall of China, visible from space. Slip beneath the surface, and it's like diving into a living rainbow. Flashing clownfish, waving anemones, neon corals blooming like gardens, turtles gliding by like wise old travelers, even giant clams, lazily open and close like something out of a fantasy movie. But around our heads up, the reef is fragile. Climate change and pollution are taking a toll. If you visit, choose eco-certified tours that protect this precious wonder. The best time to dive in? June to October. The water's clear, warm, and mostly jellyfish-free. Just a bit farther north, and you'll find yourself in the Daintree Rainforest, the oldest tropical rainforest on Earth. Yes, even older than Amazon, over 180 million years old. Walking through Daintree feels like stepping into a different time. Massive ferns, tangled vines, giant butterflies, and if you're lucky, the ancient cassowary might cross your path. Rent a kayak and float down the rivers, or hop on a guided night walk when the rainforest really wakes up. Glow-in-the-dark fungi, croaking frogs, eyes blinking in the dark. This is pure magic. Heading south now. Welcome to Melbourne, Australia's artsy, coffee-fueled, street art-splattered heart. Locals here are obsessed with coffee. Seriously, ordering a bad cup is practically a crime. Wander down hidden laneways. You'll find walls exploding in colorful murals, tiny espresso bars tucked into corners, buskers playing violins, jazz guitars, didgeridoos. Melbourne was almost Australia's capital city. They couldn't decide between Sydney and Melbourne, so they built Canberra instead, right between them. Must-dos? Ride the old-school trams, stroll the Queen Victoria Market. It's been buzzing with life since the 1870s. Catch a game of Aussie rules football? It's like rugby, but crazier. Best time to vibe with Melbourne? March through May, fall brings golden leaves, cozy cafes, and food festivals popping up all over town. And that's just the beginning. Next up, we're heading into the wild outback, chasing pink lakes, exploring the red heart of Australia, and maybe even meeting a few creatures that could eat you. Stick around. It only gets better from here. Welcome to the spiritual heart of Australia, Uluru, a massive sandstone monolith rising out of the flat red desert like a sleeping giant. It's not just a rock, it's sacred. The Anangu people, the traditional owners, have cared for this land for tens of thousands of years. At sunset, the whole thing comes alive. Flaming orange, deep crimson, and purple shadows stretching long across the desert floor. And at night, oh man, the Milky Way spills across the sky like spilled sugar. No city lights, no noise, just you and the heartbeat of the earth. Uluru is taller than the Eiffel Tower. Most of it is actually underground, like a giant iceberg of rock. Out of respect, climbing Uluru is no longer allowed. Instead, walk around it. You'll find hidden caves with ancient Aboriginal rock art, stories that speak of the dream time, the creation time. Best time to visit is April to September. Cooler time, clearer skies, unforgettable sunsets. Now let's head to the Northern Territory's wild backyard, Kakadu National Park. Think massive wetlands, roaring waterfalls, crocodile-infested rivers. Yep, real ones. And ancient rock art older than the pyramids. Kakadu's Aboriginal rock art dates back over 20,000 years. It's like a giant outdoor museum painted across cliffs and caves. Imagine cruising down the yellow-water Billabong, saltwater crocs lazing on the banks, jabiru birds flying overhead, lotus flowers drifting like tiny pink boats. Don't swim here unless signs say it's safe. Trust us, the crocs are real. And if you can, time your visit for the dry season, May to October. That's when waterfalls are still flowing. Roads are open and wildlife is everywhere. Ready for a total switch-up? Let's cruise over to Western Australia, the side most travelers miss, but shouldn't. Imagine this. Beaches so white, they literally squeak when you walk on them. Turquoise water stretches to the horizon. And, get this, a bright pink lake. Yep, pink. Lake Hillier is bubblegum pink all year round. Scientists think it's because of salt-loving algae and bacteria, but honestly, it just looks like magic. It's a neon pink splash against the deep blue ocean from the air. And then there's Kangaroo Reef, smaller than the Great Barrier, sure, but way easier to explore. You can literally step off the beach and snorkel with manta rays, turtles, and even whale sharks. Best time to road trip Western Australia is April to October. Cooler weather, wildflower season, and perfect beach days. Way down south, almost forgotten by time, sits Tasmania. Wild, green, rugged. It feels like stepping into a fantasy novel. Thick forests older than dinosaurs. Dramatic cliffs plunging into icy seas. Tiny villages with cozy pubs serving fresh seafood and apple cider. Over 40% of Tasmania is protected wilderness. You can hike for days and not see another soul. Cradle Mountain. Picture mist swirling around sharp peaks. Glacial lakes reflecting clouds like glass. Wombats waddling along trails without a care in the world. If you love hiking, plan for summer, December to March. The trails are clearer and the alpine flowers are in full bloom. But winter? That's when Tasmania turns into a moody, misty wonderland. Now hop over to Kangaroo Island, literally a wildlife wonderland just off South Australia's coast. Think kangaroos bouncing across open fields, koalas snoozing in gum trees, seals sunbathing on rocky shores. Did you know Kangaroo Island's honeybees are the purest strain of Ligurian bees left in the world? Beekeeping is serious business here. You'll find the best honey you've ever tasted. Rent a car, it's the best way to explore. And don't rush. This place deserves at least 3 to 4 days. Best time? March to May for stunning sunsets, crisp air, and way fewer tourists. Let's ride the waves north to a place that seems like a dream. Fraser Island, or Kagari as the Butchulla people call it. It means paradise, and honestly, that's underselling it. Imagine an island made entirely of sand, over 75 miles long. But it's not just dunes. It's got rainforests growing out of sand, crystal clear lakes, shipwrecks, dingoes trotting along the beach like they own the place. Fraser Island is the only place on Earth where rainforests grow in sand dunes. Drive along 75-mile beach, a highway made of sand where speed limits still apply, and planes land right beside your four-wheel drive. Yeah, planes, on sand. Best way to see it? Rent a four-wheel drive or join a tour. And definitely don't swim in the ocean. Strong currents and jellyfish are no joke. Stick to Lake Mackenzie instead. It's like floating in liquid glass. Just off the coast of Queensland lies a cluster of 74 islands, so pretty, you'll think your screen's broken. Welcome to the Whitsundays. Turquoise water, white beaches, luxury yachts, and one of the world's most photographed spots, Whitehaven Beach. 7 kilometers of pure silica sand. So soft it squeaks under your toes. Did you know? Whitehaven's sand is so fine, NASA once used it to clean telescope lenses. Sail through the islands on a catamaran, snorkel coral gardens, watch the sunset paint the sky in watercolor pastels. The sailing season is May through October. Clear skies, calm seas, perfect weather to channel your inner Jack Sparrow, minus the pirates. Now let's go somewhere truly out there, deep into South Australia's desert heart. Coober Pedy, the opal capital of the world, and where most of the town lives underground. Yep, underground homes, churches, and hotels, all dug into the earth to escape the brutal desert heat that can hit 120 degrees Fahrenheit in summer. Walk down a dusty street, no windows, no front yards, but head below, and you'll find cool cave-like homes, cozy and quiet. Some even have Wi-Fi. The name Coober Pedy comes from an Aboriginal phrase, Cooper Pedy. It means white man in a hole. You can actually sleep in a cave hotel here, and if you're lucky, try noodling, sifting for leftover opals. Come in winter, June to August. It's way cooler, and sunsets are unreal. Welcome to the easternmost tip of Australia, a place where sunrises hit first, where barefoot mornings turn into beachside afternoons. Say hey to Byron Bay. This place is part surf town, part hippie hangout, part upscale wellness escape, crystal clear waves, eucalyptus-scented air, and a community that marches to its own laid-back rhythm. Hike up to the Cape Byron Lighthouse before dawn. Watch the sun stretch across the Pacific. Dolphins flipping below, surfers carving lines through golden waves. Did you know Byron was once a sleepy whaling town? Now, it's a global magnet for yogis, artists, musicians, and yes, the occasional Hollywood star. Want the real Byron? Skip the crowded main beach. Hit Wadagos, or better yet, hike to Little Wadagos, the most easterly point in the country. Visit in shoulder season, March or October, for perfect weather and fewer crowds. Now time to slow down. Pour a glass, and let's wander into the Barossa Valley, South Australia's wine country. Rolling hills, endless vineyards, and some of the oldest Shiraz vines on the planet. This place doesn't just make wine, it makes memories. Step into a 150-year-old cellar door, sip something bold, sample local cheeses, hear stories from winemakers whose families have tended these vines for generations. Barossa was settled by German immigrants in the 1800s. So yes, you'll find schnitzels, bratwurst, and hand-built stone cottages tucked among the grapes. Come in autumn, April or May, when the vines turn gold and the air smells like harvest. Rent a bike, drift between tastings, and don't rush. Barossa is best savored slowly. Now brace yourself. We're heading into nothingness. Welcome to the Nullarbor Plain, Latin for no trees, just sky, earth, and silence. This is Australia's ultimate road trip flex, a straight line of asphalt across 1,100 kilometers of raw, rugged land. No cities, no traffic lights. Just you, your vehicle, and the heartbeat of the Outback. Emus dash across the road, wild camels stare from the horizon, and every roadhouse you pass feels like a mirage with coffee. Did you know the Nullarbor is home to the longest straight road in the world, over 90 miles without a single bend? Best time to tackle it? Winter. The days are cooler, and the stars, they'll blow your mind. Pull over at night, look up, and you'll see the Milky Way like you've never seen it before. Before anything else, before cities, roads, maps, Australia was song, a living story carried in footsteps and stars. Let's pause and listen to the voices of this ancient land. Australia's First Nations people, over 250 distinct language groups, have lived here for more than 65,000 years. That's the oldest continuous culture on Earth. The land is not just scenery, it's a story. Mountains are ancestors. Rivers are songs. Uluru, Kakadu, the Kimberley. They're not just places, they're sacred chapters of the Dreamtime. Did you know? Many Aboriginal stories align with scientific observations, like star movements, seasonal changes, and even natural disasters. Wherever you travel, take a local Aboriginal tour if you can. Listen to the stories. Walk with respect. You won't just see Australia, you'll begin to understand it. Wait, what? Sydney isn't the capital of Australia? Nope, it's Canberra. Tucked between Sydney and Melbourne, it was built as a compromise, literally designed from scratch. But here's the twist. Canberra is kinda cool. Think lakeside cafes, bike-friendly boulevards, and museums that actually make history fun. Stroll the leafy streets, explore Parliament House. You can stand right above the Prime Minister's office. Catch a sunset from Mount Ainslie. The view lines up perfectly with the city's axis. It's geometry meets scenery. Canberra has the highest concentration of artists, scientists, and PhDs per capita in the country. The best time to visit is spring, during Floriade, a massive flower festival where tulips take over the city. It's like walking through a watercolor painting. Buckle up. This is one of the greatest coastal drives on Earth. Welcome to the Great Ocean Road. A ribbon of asphalt winds along Victoria's southern coast, cliffs plunging into surf, rainforests brushing the highway, and the grand finale, the 12 Apostles, massive limestone stacks standing like ancient sentinels in the sea. Take your time. Stop at Lorne for a beach walk, hit up Apollo Bay for fish and chips, and detour into the Otways to see glowworm caves and waterfalls hiding in the ferns. Did you know? The road was built by returned World War I soldiers, a tribute to fallen comrades. So yeah, it's not just beautiful, it's meaningful. Start in Torquay, end in Allensford. Do it in 3 days minimum. Sunrise at the Apostles? Bucket list material. Way out in Western Australia's remote north lies Broome, a town with red dirt, turquoise seas, and camel sunsets on Cable Beach. But the real magic? Hop on a seaplane or speedboat and ride out to the horizontal falls. Yeah, you heard that right. Waterfalls that flow sideways. It's one of the few places in the world where ocean tides rush through narrow gorges so fast, it creates the illusion of sideways falls. It's wild, it's loud. It's something you'll never forget. Even Sir David Attenborough called it one of the greatest natural wonders of the world. Best seen by air, so splurge on the flight. Dry season is best, May through October, and bring a waterproof camera. You'll want proof. And finally, we head deep into Australia's untamed soul. The Kimberley. This place is ancient, worn by wind and time, home to waterfalls that thunder into gorges, red rock cliffs that glow at sunset, and skies so big they'll humble you. Paddle through Geeky Gorge, sleep under stars in El Questro Station, fly over Mitchell Falls or cruise through King George River, one of the highest twin falls in Australia. Did you know? This region holds Aboriginal rock art that may be up to 50,000 years old, making it older than the pyramids. Come between May and September. It's dry, the waterfalls are full, and the roads are passable. But don't expect Wi-Fi out here. Expect wonder. From the crashing waves of the southern coast to the stillness of the red center, from rainforests older than the Amazon to reefs alive with color and coral. Australia isn't just a country, it's a canvas of contrasts, and every road, every reef, every rock has a story to tell. So whether you're chasing adrenaline, silence, culture, or sunlight, Australia's waiting. If this journey stirred your wanderlust, subscribe, give this video a like, and let us know where in Australia you'd go first. Because stories like these, they're just getting started.